Right. Well, I said that I would do this. We're going on the plateau again. Xander's on the flood survival. I am noticing that my score has gone up. Difficulty score. I don't think that's going to be an issue, but it might be. I'm going to be a cheeky bastard now that I know a bit of this map. Normally something that you would never do. But I think I can come in and steal these. So yeah, playing this just because I want to see you know, was I winning the 1v2 and the 1v3? Was I winning those because the Mantis is from the Master Chief leader are maybe a bit unbalanced? I don't know. And so we're going to try a different leader and see how this goes. I will say that it immediately is not a fair comparison because one thing I didn't appreciate now that I think about it. Like, yeah, okay, we get extra supply pads in the beginning. It means that our economy, we don't have to do the full supply pads, you know, one reactor, that sort of shit. We could. I could upgrade this reactor or build another one. Wouldn't really matter. And just go for a vehicle depot straight away. Or dare I even say an air pad and just go for Hawks straight away. That's something I didn't consider and will be a genuinely unfair advantage. But I think I need it.
Reactor complete.
I don't think... Like, obviously, you know, they're somewhat balanced. But I just think that Master Chief is objectively just a stronger leader because Mantises, they were just incredibly broken. But we have essentially started this game with 2 bases.
Supply pad upgraded.
And I don't think we have to worry about them either. I think I can come in here. I don't think I need to garrison anything here. I don't think I even need to build a turret. Up to a point. We saw last time, once this base becomes where the wave spawns, they will start going for this one. I'm not entirely sure. It might mean that this is a better first option.
Reactor complete.
We're gonna do it. Fuck it. Yeah, it might mean that going south is a better option to begin with. I should probably not be doing this. I probably need a few more flamethrowers. But, you know, the past few videos, I don't want to say I've been lazy, but I've just been maybe a bit too passive. Yeah, I wonder if taking this one, because I don't know if they would start coming from here or here before they stopped coming from here. Would also really appreciate if my guys could, you know, stand within the range of the turrets. Do I go for field armory? I'm not sure. Because normally, this is like an insane base to start off with. Like, you, you should never do this. But because we don't have to worry, because we've got 8 free upgraded supply pads, we don't have to worry about, you know, normal economy things. And so I don't know if this is going to be
Reactor improved.
as fair of a comparison. And also I'm now realizing that I'm playing Halsey.
Supply pad upgraded.
Like, the entire issue with this, what I'm trying to test, or not really test, it's just something that I want to see for myself, is how does reactivity impact this? Do 1v1s feel easy because they genuinely just are, you know, because that's the balance of the mod now? Or do they feel easy because of the maps that they're played on?
Wingmen research.
But it's Halsey.
Enemy engagement.
Once again, I'm probably saying that wrong. Isn't it Anders? I don't know. Fucking same shit. Yeah, we're playing as the one that gets access to Hawks. The one where you are incentivized to go air units. So I don't think it's entirely a fair comparison. Considering, obviously, air units, especially Hawks, are going to be a lot better at, you know, traversal. I'm going to go for a field armory. We do need large turret for that. Or medium turret, at least. I'm really not liking these flood swarms.
Turret complete.
Maybe I
Chaff pods research.
should have gone... should I, shouldn't I?
Field armory complete.
Because Wolverines, compared to I can't remember the name. Compared to the other anti-air unit that we were using as the Master Chief, Wolverines, once you get that dual launcher upgrade, you don't have to worry anymore. You know, unless you're playing against UNSC, or I guess Prometheans in this mod as well would have a fair bit of issue. But most of the time, Wolverines are just really fucking strong. I'm really not liking how these are starting to build up. We'll go, obviously, for flamethrowers because
Hawk research.
I think now that we're starting to build Hawks, maybe I don't have to worry about flood swarms. No, I probably have to worry about flood swarms even more.
Turret upgrade.
Just remind me, is this an instant kill for flood swarms? Yes, it is. For some of them? Okay, I think we need to upgrade it, don't we? Yeah. I think, isn't it in the actual campaign, they set it to like a much higher rate or something like that? Gremlins are going to be absolutely pointless. Upgraded turrets. Let me just check. Yeah, it is large turret. we are in a much better position. And if we're being honest, none of that is down to the character that we're playing. The fact that we are playing as Halsey is absolutely a moot point. The only thing that matters is that we started the game with 8 fucking supply pads instead of 3. Even then, starting with 3 supply pads is a fucking massive bonus. I don't actually know how much difference the upgraded missile launchers do. Now that I think about it, I've never really looked at the difference. I just assume that it's worth doing.
Turret improved.
I just wanted to see it tick over. That's probably a really... I've just realised... might sound dumb. I've just realised why these need large turrets. And I think it's just like a clever workaround. Isn't it? Workaround? Like maximising efficiency type thing on behalf of the mod author.
Oxide tank research.
Normally, there are 12 turret models. Right, if you want to add... Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I was fucking hung up on myself for a second. Yeah, there are 12 different turret models for each faction.
Cryobomb improved.
If you're, say, a mod author who doesn't get paid or anything like that, an easy way to sort of add a new type of turret, but to limit how many models you need to make, he's only had to make 3 more models compared to you need to make 9 more models, because it probably wouldn't be that much of a difference. I don't know what this this asset is from. Maybe it's custom made. But he doesn't need to make a small turret, a medium turret, and a large turret, because if you just limit it to if you just limit the turrets to needing large turret to actually work, to be an available upgrade, it's kind of smart. Or maybe it is just an intentional balancing thing. I am fairly sure that flood launchers, at least in this mod, get a bonus against air units. If they do, it is nowhere near enough to be very effective. I sent them in. I was like, okay, maybe we're gonna have a bit of an issue, and yeah, that was just fucking nothing. I will do this. This is kind of risky, just for the reason of if you build a turret and it attacks something, that's gonna like draw the aggro in. Oh, we should totally get Spartans, shouldn't we? I'm gonna queue them up, otherwise I'm gonna fucking forget.
Turret complete. Turret complete.
I'm gonna bring them off.
Local unit.
And they can come and sort of deal with this wave for us. Just because I think if I was to take that base, it would get regenerated before I could actually, fully claim it. I think. Once again, I'm not entirely sure how the rebuilding how that mechanic works exactly. But we're going to send them back. The thing should pop as they're on the way, right there. The Spartan, this one in a full health. These are all full health, aren't they? Aside from that one.
Local units.
Okay, thank you. Oh god, that's done like tiny chip damage to all of them. I don't think it really matters that much. What is our special unit? Is it infantry? It is. Reduced damage against air units. I don't want to say the one issue that we would have, but like the main thing that I would be worried about.
Local units.
These guys I'm going to put more offensively. I would rather lose the Hawks than the base. Bring these guys back. We could just go straight for vultures. I'm not sure. We'll get one just because it's a vulture.
Firebase ready. Local units.
Right, so it does seem like this is where we're getting attacked from. Once again, this is where
Research.
I'm fairly sure that all the units.
Station upgrade complete.
I could be wrong, but I'm fairly sure that all the units has a an anti-air unit that you can lock down. That's all I want. I love units that, you know, do all the lockdown and shit like that. Just because
Local units.
100% on me, cannot be fucked to learn the God, what's it called?
Turret complete. Supply pad complete.
Like, you can set groups in this game. I could select this group and set it as a group and stuff like that. I am just too fucking lazy to learn how to do that properly. And so, all I want is to have a vehicle depot with a Warthog that I can just... I want to slap the Warthog right here. Sorry, Warthog. Wolverine.
Depot
I want to slap a
complete.
couple of them right here and just forget about them.
Chain gun researched. Turret improved.
Once again, no idea
Barrage research.
if that actually does anything. For specifically, you know, guys that
Local
have...
units.
English is my first language. The
Supply pad.
garrison that are like driving stuff, you know, they've taken it over. I like, as soon as I
Complete.
end recording, I just forget completely.
Neural implant research.
Yeah, so I still don't exactly understand how it works. Like, why is this one now being attacked? Why isn't it
Reinforcements research.
the same as before, which would have been this one?
Fortress upgrade complete.
I genuinely, I don't know.
Improved.
And if we're being honest, it's not like there is a wiki that I can go and look at. Cobras will be nice, but let's be honest, we have the infrastructure. We just need a few more units. We will be able to take this before
Complete.
any Floodwalkers start spawning. I would
Dual launchers researched.
be willing, but still
Turret
slightly
complete.
hesitant to bet.
Local units.
You got it. Flying there now.
How quickly do you think you guys can take this?
Wolverine.
I don't think it really matters. Oh, they are going to die, a couple of them, though.
Local units.
Wiring target.
Supply pad.
I mind sacrificing one. There isn't There's no special interaction. Is there? Sorry, no, I want 5 of them. There's no special interaction between gremlins and
Local units.
flood units, is there?
Supply pad complete.
That is, like, exclusively a campaign thing, isn't it?
Enemy
There's
engaged.
something in the campaign where you use gremlins against the flood, but I don't think it's against flood units especially. I think it's like a special
Local units.
asset, whatever, you know, a special building. I don't think it's a thing that is innate to the flood. Guys can probably come and help these. What do we want? We could get a couple scorpions just for the canister shell. You see that? Not going to be
Spotted
grizzlies.
laser
They-
research.
They're going to be a bit mid, but at the end of the day, it is still a fucking tank. So I might as well finish that. There is no reason for me to not upgrade these
Scorpion, ready to roll.
as well as that, I guess. Oh yeah, there's also cobras. I was thinking about cobras because obviously a floodwalker will be a vehicle unit. But as I say, I don't think they're an issue. I don't think we have to worry about floodwalkers.
Scorpion, fueled up.
I'm fairly sure that Hawks will get a flat damage bonus against them because,
Local units.
Closing in.
you know, that's how this game works.
Fire
Man.
pad ready.
Yeah, those
Lens research.
Wolverines, as I say, they kind of melt this stuff. That is completely finished. Stunning vehicles when hit is entirely pointless. I think I had power turret. No.
Upgrade complete.
Waiting for orders.
Sorry, can you guys actually help, please?
Canister shell research.
Locking on.
Okay. I'm not.
Supply pad complete.
Promotion acquired.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Right now.
Good old AI. I don't even know if it's worth building turrets in these. I think that our resources genuinely might just be better spent
Piercing shot research.
putting out more Hawks, because I don't think turrets do that much.
Supply pad complete.
I'm fairly sure the turret has less health than just a base building. And as such, I
Local units. Turret complete.
think that just having more buildings will be a better stalling tactic, because that's kind of what we need,
Power
is
turret.
just a way to stall until we can get all of this over. This will be a much different story.
Supply pad complete.
Yeah, so that is just entirely pointless.
Turret complete.
Yeah, we just kind of need to stall out the Floodwalker if we do actually get one spawn. Just need to
Local
stall it
units.
until we can
Jet healing target.
get all of the Hawks over, and the Hawks should just be able to, like, completely dismantle it.
Supply pad complete.
With the Wolverines, when you compare the Wolverines to the other, the Master Chief units,
Chain amplifier research. Medic research.
I don't know, maybe it was because I wasn't using enough of them.
On the way.
Maybe I'm sort of unfairly comparing 5 Wolverines to,
Suction plating research.
I don't know, like 2 of the Master Chief ones. maybe that's what I'm doing. I
Station upgrade
really
complete.
don't know. We might as well get all the Cobra upgrades once again. Even if the upgrade isn't a direct damage upgrade or a direct health upgrade, sometimes they do just upgrade stats.
You bet.
I don't want to say universally, but you know what I mean. Sometimes they just upgrade stats,
Send us in.
despite not actually saying they upgrade them.
Canister loaded.
Local units.
So guys, please take out the thing that is dealing the most damage. I'm fairly sure that is the Flood Launcher. I don't think the Flood Root is doing much, considering it is having trouble making a dent in a single Wolverine. Something that I would not really consider to be a very high damage,
Shock research.
a high health.
Local units.
This guy's the tiny number of grenades that Wolverine throws are not going to make a difference in the grand scheme of things, but we might as well.
Local units. Local units.
I'm going to bring these guys forward and sort of
Barrage away.
would have been nice if that actually hit.
Supply pad complete. Local units.
Why am I bringing these guys forward? I don't know. Where the fuck did you come from?
Local units.
You bet.
So
complete.
I'm fairly sure that there's no base down here.
Closing in.
Like, there's just no slot at all. Yeah.
Engaging hostiles.
The question that I have in my brain is,
Supply pad complete.
do I bother
Enemy
waiting?
engagement.
Because I think that if I push this,
Fire
if
base
I,
ready.
like, actually try,
Base under attack.
I could,
Turret improved. Turret improved.
You got it. Changing course.
I could probably pretty easily take everything out before a Floodwalker.
Turret improved.
I think I might just keep going
I'm there.
Supply
until
pad
30 minutes, just because I want to see, like, oh, here's how easy it is to deal with a Floodwalker with all of these.
Local units.
Approaching target.
At the same time,
Supply
I
pad
don't have
complete.
unlimited time in the world.
Where to? Barrage initiated.
Enemy
You know, that's the thing. I wouldn't mind
local units.
if this went on for longer. If it went on for longer in a way that was, I don't want to say added something.
Local units.
Where to?
Like, once you get to a certain point, the waves are just the same.
Supply pad complete.
I want bigger and harder, and then I would be content to just,
Supply pad.
I don't know, maybe could be interesting to have a version of this where the enemy base is just invincible, and it will just keep ramping up until you do eventually lose.
Give me an order. Orders.
That could be interesting.
Complete.
It could also be incredibly boring.
Local units.
Course set.
We are actually a lot closer than I would have thought.
Fire base ready.
Still don't know why they're going for this one. These guys are doing an absolutely fucking terrible job. Oh, I guess not.
Turret
It is
complete.
only a range and health up. Sorry,
Supply pad
range and armor
complete.
upgrade.
Local units.
Changing course.
Local units.
Bet.
Can you guys actually, you know? There we go.
Local units. Turret improved.
We can't do this in the dark. No. I
Regenerate healing
think these guys are probably the most damaged. I don't have any desire to build more turrets, upgrade these things. They're not going to need it.
Fire base ready.
This one might, but I think that now this one is probably closest. I don't understand why this one isn't. But for flying units, I guess
All units.
they are going, like, by flying definition. They're not going by,
All units.
like, sometimes when you send flight, yeah, as I say, Floodwalkers are really not a threat once you have, like, this level of shit. Sometimes when you send flying units, they will go with the ground units. I forget how you make them do that. I think it's with the army tool, like the group selecting tool.
All units.
But they just go by.
Team is victorious.
Did we already kill them all? Jesus Christ, that was fast. Yeah, like it's not a massive distance when you don't have to worry about these gaps. But I still don't understand how it's closer than that. Or this one. I don't understand why they were going for this one. Or why the base was like here, coming up to here. Maybe it's because it's such a comparable distance from this one to this one, and from this one to this one. Most, like the 1v1 and the 2v2 maps are quite symmetrical. Is symmetrical the right word? Even the 3v3 ones are. Like, they're kind of like balanced distance based. Obviously there are some 3v3 maps and some 2v2 maps where the distance between one spawn location and the next base, you can kind of see with this one, like this spawn, I would say is probably closer to this base than this one is to this one, just because you have to walk around. Whereas this one, you just go straight. So this one is probably closer, but it's like the same, like whatever internal measurement, the same number of meters away for an air unit, essentially. And so maybe it's because they are essentially the same. Like, these are more or less the same distance as these are. I'm not entirely sure if that's true. But because they're so close, it's like sending half each way. Once again, I really don't know how this mod works. Stats. Actually kind of surprising. I guess when I think back, I'm just used to seeing that number be a lot higher. Both of them I'm used to seeing be higher. But then again, we did do it before the minutes were up. Okay. What do I do next? I know I wanted to say I'll do... Oh yeah, I said I would do a different one. I would say... When I think of what's harder, Scarabs do have an anti-air attack, and the Covenant gets vampires. But at the same time, Hornets would be really good against Scarabs. Are Hornets better against Scarabs than Wolverines are against Vultures? And I think the simple answer is the start of the Covenant one is harder. And so we're going to try the start of the Covenant... we're going to try Covenant Survival. Do I want to do 3 on the same map in a row? Definitely couldn't do this as Forge, because we wouldn't be able to afford. We would only be able to get 4 at the start. And I think starting with, because you start with 9 basic supply pads, that is better than starting with 4 double ones, if that makes sense. Though that isn't factoring in the travel time. I think I still prefer. Do I? We'll do the next one with Forge. Fuck it.